Hey, what's up? Dean, Sear Performance, and we're back at the shop working on the Silver C5. And oh, what where I left off was like, the cover fits and blah blah blah. Make a plate. I started the downpipe there. I got all the drain lines hooked up and everything. So what I've been doing is pod cutting a bunch more 4-inch tube. So I got a couple there, and I got a whole bunch on the table. And then I decided to try and get the charge pipe. So I took, oh man, back and forth. Took the inner fender well out of the rear to expose it, and I want to run 2.5 inch. I don't want to run 3 inch. I don't want it to be too big, but it didn't fit inside of there. There we go. Did not fit. Hiya. There. Did not fit inside of there. So I trimmed. You can see where I trimmed the pinch weld. And then I actually took some plate aluminum and built like a triangle shape. I'll put some pictures in there. But I built a triangle to fit like really tight. You might be able to see it from the front. Yep. So I built that triangle tube basically, and you can see it's sitting on the top of the rocker panel there, and then it's pretty much all the way to the bottom. This fender's pulled out a bunch, but you can see it's pretty close to there, and it basically runs along the entire frame, or it runs against the frame, is what I should have said. And then I took some 2.5 inch tube and just pinched it, and it fit perfect. So I welded it to each end. This one's gonna 90 down. The best way, I took the ECU off and everything, I had to. So I'm gonna either build a plate to hold the ECU flat like this. So it's the ECU and the TAC module. And then I changed a couple of the vacuum lines and stuff to get them up out of the way. But I'm probably gonna build a plate off the two holes, the two upper holes. That one and that one there. I'll build like maybe a piece of angle iron to hold the ECU, and basically put this factory bracket back, and that'll hold the TAC module and the ECU back in place. So being that I have to relocate the ECU, I've kind of been debating back and forth with the, man, what is this stock? There it goes. With the charge pipe, like the routing of it, there's plenty of room in there to feed it in. Oh, I got another piece. The only issue is you got the battery there, and then even if you come up in the battery tray, and like come up through here, which is cool and fine, you got plenty of room, and then kind of turn here, like, let's do it up too fast. You're running that charge pipe along where all the exhaust is going to be, so it's just going to heat soak, and that's what we're trying to avoid with this, is trying to avoid as much heat in the charge pipe as possible. So I'm gonna tuck it, and I might run it as an oval shape. I kind of took a piece of 2.5 inch and literally ran it over with the car, and it came out, the ends are a little goofed, but these would get cut off because it would be welded, but it came out pretty damn good. for running it over with a car. And then go under the control arm, kind of like an STS kit. It's kind of the only space, and I'm not worried about like a speed bump or something, because if that charge pipe is in line with the wheel is going to go up and down. And as long as I can keep it, you know, tight to that K-member and then come up right in front of it, you know, we won't have a problem with it hitting stuff unless he runs a log over, which I don't think he'll run a log over. And then my idea is to come straight up right in front of the, like the K-member, if that's what you want to call it on this car. I'm not sure what it's called on this car. Cross member. Run it right up in front of that, just behind the sway bar. There's literally like a perfect amount of room to come up through here, straight up, and then turn it directly into the intake, which it will get a little bit of heat from the radiator, but it won't be overwhelmingly bad. Plus we have the meth kit, so it does have methanol, which I need to kind of reroute this line. Most likely I'll take it off of this P-clamp and I will bring it across kind of from here. I'll kind of loop it over and I'll bring it across and tie it back into the intake over here. Also have to do the blow-off valve, which I was thinking maybe face it forward off the front of this, something like shear, like this. Kind of a giveaway of the car has something going on, but there's not a whole lot of room on this, so we can make do with that. What else? Started getting the pulley on. Finally got the right, well, thought it was the right pulley. I mean, it is the right pulley, but all the way to about maybe a rib off. Like you can see, like if you look, kind of, yeah, it's literally like a rib and a half of belt, and it broke the tool. So the tool is inside of there, which you have to thread into that to be able to get the pulley the rest of the way on. So I'm not sure for now what to do with that. I mean, that screw, the tool inside there, the broken piece, it's wiggling in there, so I should be able to get it out, unscrew it out. I might have to drill holes in the front of the pulley to get to the mounting bolts for it. There's one there, and then there's another one way down there, and then I believe there's one over here somewhere. But that was a little bit frustrating. I had a win with the charge pipe, getting it in there, getting it worked out, and then decided to do the pulley and it let loose, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, moving along on this. Tomorrow I should be able to either get the pulley the rest of the way on, finish the charge pipe, and then I got to do the back. So I did a 90 with a coupler there, so that you would be able to take this section out, and then I'm going to do another coupler here. I might get rid of this coupler, but I'm going to weld some of the straight pipes together and then see if I could borrow a buddy of mine's roller. I have a roller, but I don't have big enough dies. Mine are 2-inch, so I don't have big enough dies, but I'm going to see if I can't roll the tube to go up in there and then come down back in there, like hide it in there, and then it'll poke out the bottom here. And I can either, you know, I can turn it over and bring it in, because I still have to finish the exhaust. So I might do the exhaust tomorrow, It just all depends. But yeah, I mean, it's coming along. These are all the little details that take forever, but not forever, take a little while. But to you. So yeah, down to the little details. And then once the charge pipe is done, I have to gotta run some wires through that same rocker panel on the passenger side, for the scavenging pump and the MAC valve. Yeah, so I gotta run a couple wires for that, and then yeah, just finish up the exhaust, and then we're ready. So keep an eye out. Next video should, other than throwing stuff on the ground, should be wrapping this up. We're very close to wrapping it up, but it's getting there. And I appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and leave a comment. Thanks. Have a good day.